trying to get my garden watered. And unfortunately, Kai uses part of my garden as a racetrack. Even though we hiked yesterday, she's been running around the whole yard, going crazy. I'll give you a quick preview of what she lives like. This is all woods. All up there. There's no houses. The closest house is like 300-400 feet that way through the woods. There's nobody up behind there. It goes up over the mountain to the West River. This is the backyard. Nobody lives anywhere up around there. My only neighbor is right through the trees there. You should be able to see part of his house, but you can see more in the fall when the leaves are gone. This is her whole yard she has to play in. So he's the only one that drives up here to his house, and whoever visits him. And that's where our driveway split down there. So nobody comes up my driveway. This is our front yard. My garden, which I'm watering now. My nice fern bed. There's my driveway down there. Comes up over by the shed and the canopy. Up to where my car is. So she has all this to play in. And she's been pretty much on her own out here. I leave her alone, and she always stays right around. The deer have been hammering my garden this year. I just pulled up a cucumber plant right there that wasn't making it because the deer keep eating the tops off them. Like those right there. And I don't know why, but I'm not getting any beans at all. These are Kentucky blue pole beans. 0 beans on them so far. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, here she comes. There's a lemon tree, apple tree, pink lady apple. So I had 2 trees down there when I moved in, but they died. So I want to put a couple back. There's one of them right there. And then I'm a hot pepper fan. I've got Loki ghost pepper, second hottest pepper in the world. Carolina Reaper, which is the hottest pepper in the world. Scotch bonnet, which are right up there with the hottest in the world, and that's a chocolate habanero. And there's a racetrack, see that? That's her trail. She goes running through there, down along the bank, back up through here, and back through there again. Goes both ways. And then I have, hey, get out of there. Good girl. And I have golden cherry tomatoes. These are heirloom pink monstera. I've already had a couple of those. I have a bunch. Hey, get out of there. Come on. Get out. Kai. Come on, get out of there. Good girl. I have a bunch of parsley. I'm a big parsley fan and herb fan. Kale, which the deer ate right down. I've already harvested off the stems once because the deer were eating them. And I even lost one. It was over here. And wow, they were back here last night. They just ate some more off that one. And there's another place where she comes burning out through. Then over here I have chocolate sprinkle cherry tomatoes, which is the first time I've ever tried them. This year when I was buying my plants, a guy recommended it to me. I buy all organic plants from the Walker Farm stand on Route 5 in Dummerston, Vermont. Look at, there she goes. Who's crazy? Hey, Kai, who's crazy? You? Huh? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Yeah, you are? Yeah? We know. That's okay. You deserve to be crazy. Yeah. I have some grapes here. but it's only their second year, no, third year now. And I do have a tiny bit there, a tiny bit there, and that's it. But next year I hope they'll actually produce. And then more flat parsley. I gotta harvest some of that for my salad this afternoon. I gotta finish watering my cucumbers. Hey, no, 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 that's a bean. No, hey, hey, no. That's my beans. Another one that's not growing. Oh, no. A little nut. And then here's my mint. These came from the other place I used to live 4 years ago on Black Mountain Road. It's mostly lemon mint, but the reason they're right here in a clump is I had a pot of them up there and it rolled over in a storm and dumped out here last year. So I just let them grow here. There's a couple flowers in here too, but that's all mint. Then I have, this one's not doing too good because the deer ate it right down to here at the beginning of the season. So far they haven't been back to touch it, but I have had 2 tomatoes off of here. They're Jet Star. I had Kentucky pole beans here and the deer kept eating them, so I gave up on them. And same thing here. These were Kentucky pole beans, but the deer kept eating them here too. I had a mother deer and she had 2 babies this year down in here somewhere. So she hung out here for a good month and a half. Which I don't mind. If she needs the food, you know, she's welcome to it. I don't try to keep my pests away. It's part of the universe. You know, you give a third to the wildlife, a third to friends and neighbors, and you harvest a third for yourself. Even though I think the deer have taken more than their third, but oh well. And then this is coming back from last year, lavender. It was in the center of this last year, and somehow it moved over there. The main root's right there on the edge. I don't know why. Hey, she likes her rocks. I hope she's not swallowing them. She loves playing with rocks. She was carrying around a big one, about the size of her head. She came running in the house with it and dropped it on the floor. I was like, what is that? Big, huge, flat rock. That's about it. This video is going to take a couple hours to upload. I thought there was something else I wanted to tell you. I'll show you. See, this is where I had the pot. That's flat, level. Rolled down to there, so I just let it grow there. Junk car, I gotta get out of here, and a junk mower. Junk car has parts for this one because it's the same year. And he's supposed to get it 2 years ago. His flatbed broke down. And it's been one thing after another, but he still hasn't come up and got it. And I was busy this year, so usually this is all flowers here. This is my water for the wildlife. I gotta fix that, rinse that off and refill it. I have a bunch of chipmunks and squirrels that come down here. I had 12 bird feeder lines. See the bird feeders? I had 15 lines up here. Half of them go that way to that tree and the other half go this way. Might as well show you this real quick. When I want to service a feeder, because I got bear that comes down here too, which I love, I got to keep them up high. So when I got to service one, I unhook the carabiner here, and then the line drops down and the carabiner catches here, and that allows it to come down low enough where I can service it. And then when I get done servicing it, I come over here and I pull it, the carabiner from here back down to here and hook it back up. But I bought cheap paracord when I did it 3 years ago, so a lot of them are breaking, like that one right there. So I've actually bought wire, like that I have everything hanging on, but a little thinner, and I'm going to restring it all with wire before this winter. I don't feed during the summer anyway, usually. Sometimes I'll throw some in this feeder here, and I'll give them suet. I have like 3 or 4 suet things, and I have a big suet block hanger. I see all these carabiners were hangers, and they've all broken off. And I did have a platform feeder. It was up high enough where I couldn't reach it with my bare, with reaching up on my tiptoes. I'm 6 foot tall. I come home one morning from work, because I work nights. I used to deliver the Brattleboro Reformer newspaper. And the platform rope, the carabiner was all the way over to the next carabiner, and the platform was broke and bit in. Somehow that bear reached it, even though I'm 6 foot tall and I couldn't. I had to pull it down and service it, unless I threw the food up into it, which I did sometimes. But here's a little. Hey, no. It's another thing. She keeps trying to dig. I don't like that. She's not going to be a digger. No. Good girl. Hey, no. There's plenty of rocks all over. You don't need to dig there for rocks. No. Okay, come on. Look, over here. A distractor. Here's Taya's peace sign. You want to play with that? Here you go. Another new toy. You got a duck over here too that you can play with. It's a little fire pit I built. I don't even use it this year. It's been so dry we can't even really burn here. Dummerston, you don't need a permit, but you gotta be smart enough to know when it's too dry to burn. This pile of bricks was a chimney that used to be here before I lived here. I want to get the rest of these out of here. And this is a planter that I put on an old lawnmower frame to keep back and forth in the sun. See how that's all shade now and the sun's over here? I was rolling it back and forth. I didn't even have a chance to plant anything in that this year. And all this wood here was all piled in front of this beautiful rock. It's a big pile of mesh right here. When I moved in, it was all rotted and wet. So I've been burning some of it, and I pulled it all out and restacked it to dry. But here's a nice fire pit here too. I've used this a few times, but again, not this year. It's been too dry. The deer come in from here, which all this I cut down early this spring. I gotta cut it up and pile it. But I'm trying to free that tree. See all the vines up there? I cut them all, so they don't have any life anymore going up there. But they're just strangling that tree. There's a whole handful of them. So I've cut all them, and all this was all thick shit like that right there. I didn't get to that yet. And even the woods, you couldn't even see up through the woods. I cleaned all the sucker trees all around the whole thing, all the way down to my canopy so you could see out in the woods. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, you still got that peace sign? Oh, good. I hope you like that. A little sweetheart. Huh. Aw. 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 Go ahead, I'll follow you, wherever you're going. Did you finish your lunch? Huh? Did you eat your lunch? I don't think so. Last time I checked, there was still some in there. Alright, that's it. This video is going to take a long time to upload. Well, that's where Kai lives now. Instead of in a whoops, excuse my language. Instead of in a friggin' crate. Huh, Baba? Yeah, a good little girl. Yes, you are. Oh, she's a good little girl. I gotta get this porch cleaned off too. Just so much to do, not enough time in the day.